CPI came in hot this morning, but rates actually improved, moving from last week 6.41 down to 6.38. So what is really going on? If you looked at the actual headline inflation number this morning, you'd think rates would have gotten worse, but the market didn't see it that way. The CPI print was driven mostly by energy. Oil moved up and it pushed the top line number higher. But when you look under the surface, the story absolutely changed. Core inflation came in softer than expected, which we know core is what the Fed is ultimately looking at. And supercore cooled. All core goods continued to show real disinflation. And that's, as I said earlier, is what the Fed actually cares about. And more importantly, that is what the bond market trades on. So why we're seeing mortgage rates improve the way that we're seeing this morning and ultimately this week. So right after the report, we saw a little pressure on rates, but once the market digested the data, bonds stabilized, and that's what actually ended this week so far on a high note. Now, layer in everything else. GDP is slowing, but still we're seeing some growth. Jobless claims are starting to, in fact, tick up. So the economy is undoubtedly cooling, but it's not breaking. That's the key part there. And at the same time, geopolitical tension is keeping oil incredibly volatile, as we know, which is why inflation isn't falling in the straightest of straight lines. So here's the real takeaway. Inflation doesn't reaccelerate. It didn't reaccelerate this week. It got distorted. And underneath the surface, it's still moving in the right direction. So here's how I look at it though. Rates aren't falling fast, but they're also not being pushed higher. And in this kind of market, if the numbers make sense, it's time to start making moves instead of waiting for the perfect timing. As always, if you're running into challenges with how to digest this information, please reach out. We'd love the opportunity to help. And if you find value in this content, please like, subscribe, comment. Help us get in front of as many people as possible. As always, make it a great day and an even greater weekend.